Yo, what's going on everybody, and welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video, we're on the second channel and we're actually going to be discussing a few things about FIFA 19 and a few things I want to leave behind in FIFA 18. Now, I just want to quickly put this out there. This is not going to be like a 20-minute rant video at all. It's actually more of constructive criticism based on what I think of FIFA 18 and what could be improved in FIFA 19. Now, I just want to throw this out there. I am not an EA game changer. Not that that should actually make any difference at all, because the EA game changes, they aren't just yes men. They don't just say yes to everything EA do. You know, there are people that have opinions as EA game changers that genuinely don't go well with EA. You know, they clash with EA, and I promise you, I'm not one of them, let's just say that. And there are a lot of game changers out there that aren't just yes men, so don't believe what you see on, I don't know, like Reddit or something like that about how people are yes men, because it's genuinely not the case. Regardless, let's actually get into it now. I've actually got a full list of things I want to talk about, and we're going to go in order of what is on my list, I guess. So if you guys want to sit here and watch, I'd appreciate it. If you want to subscribe to the second channel as well, I'd appreciate it. It's just going to be me talking for like 20 minutes or something, so let's get into it. Now, the biggest thing I wanted to talk about in this video was actually promos. Now, promo events have been very good on FIFA 18. I'm not even going to lie to you. I've genuinely enjoyed a lot of promo events on FIFA 18. However, there are a few things that I do want to tweak and I do want to talk about of, you know, promo events that I think EA should possibly listen to. Now, I do want to say packs are hella dope. You know, promo packs are great. Now, they do entice you to spend money, but when there's new stuff out, like for example, a team of the year or a team of the season, or maybe some wants to watch cards, etc. When new stuff comes out, promo packs are great, and when they're coinciding with SBCs, they are great. I do open a lot of promo packs and I do enjoy them, but they can't sell as their own content. They just can't. It's not possible. Like, there's nothing, you can't have nothing on all of Ultimate Team and just have promo packs and then call it a promo. It's just not something that EA can do. Now, I will say this, that out of all of the promos this year, I think most of them have had that period where there's been no SBCs, there's been no new content, and there's just been a few promo packs in the store. And it seems like EA are just trying to force us to go for those promo packs to make some content for ourselves. I don't know. I don't want to put words into EA's mouth, but it does seem like EA are trying to push us towards promo packs a lot, instead of actually releasing like SBCs, like daily SBCs or just any kind of content. And it's kind of annoying. I would like promos with less focus on promo packs and more focus on other content like SBCs, for example. I think SBCs genuinely could have taken a lot of promos to the next level this year, but instead a lot of them have been kind of underwhelming, just because there's been such a large portion of the promo where there's been nothing else but a couple of promo packs, and they're not even the good ones. Not even like 100k packs or 50k packs. It's usually like a 25k, 15 25k packs, or like 10 35k packs, and I just don't think that that's really the way to go. If you really want to do well with a promo, I think that you should probably put way more effort into the content on SBCs, or maybe the content with daily objectives, or maybe the content with you know, the DKT, for example, instead of putting everything into these promo packs hoping people buy FIFA points. That's just my opinion. Now, on the same topic, a lot of promos seem very, very sort of dragged out. They seem like they've lasted way too long. I think especially with a few promos this year, you could probably agree with me. It feels like a week's worth of content put into 6 weeks. It feels like, you know, something that in FIFA 17 probably would have lasted a week, and we probably would have had a great promo for it with daily content and some great SBCs. However, it feels like that has been put into some really long 6-week process that isn't needed and isn't really wanted. I think summer transfers was a great example of that. I think footies was a perfect example of that. We got an amazing footies promo. We got fantastic first couple of weeks. Then the last week of it, which is the week I thought would be the best week, there was literally nothing. And don't even get me started on Team of the Season. Team of the Season this year was just, it's meant to be the best promo, Team of the Season, in my opinion. It's meant to be the best promo, because we're meant to get like a hell of a lot of Team of the Season cards. Like, it's meant to be like Team of the Year, just better. And this year it just wasn't. There just wasn't enough SBCs. In fact, we didn't get repeatable SBCs until we demanded it, until we went crazy for it. We didn't get repeatable SBCs. The cheeky bastards put the repeatable SBC pack that we wanted in the store to buy with FIFA points. That's how annoying it was this year to try and get those repeatable SBCs. Like, when it got to the point where we were just crying out for these repeatable SBCs, you know, the ones where you put like 11 rares in and you get a league specific 25k pack. We really wanted those SBCs from the start, and it took them, I think, 2 weeks to finally put them into the game, and then they put them as promo packs, and then it took them a few days finally to make them SBCs. I think it was already like 3/4 of the way done with the Premier League Team of the Season SBC. Like, EA, you've got to realize that SBCs are so vital to how a promo performs, in my opinion, because there's a lot of people that don't want to spend FIFA points but will happily spend coins or spend their players on SBCs. And I think that if you really want a promo to be hyped, you've got to bring out the right SBCs in the right promo. And I think this year there was a lack of that sort of correlation, in my opinion. On the topic of those SBCs, I personally just don't feel like we got enough guaranteed SBCs. For example, the guaranteed Team of the Week SBCs, guaranteed Ones to Watch SBCs, guaranteed Team of the Season SBCs, guaranteed Festival of Football SBCs. A lot of those were just missed. I don't know why. I genuinely don't know why. So if I think back to the events we got, I think we got a couple of guaranteed Team of the Week SBCs like the earlier starts of the year, and then we got around to, I think, Team of the Year, and I don't remember getting a guaranteed Team of the Week SBC. We quite possibly could have, but I know for a fact in FIFA 17 we did, and I don't think we did in FIFA 18. And then Ones to Watch came around, and we got a guaranteed Ones to Watch SBC, which is, you know, that's great. We got one. We got a guaranteed Path to Glory SBC, and then it got to Team of the Season, and everyone was expecting at the end of Team of the Season to go out with a bang, to get a guaranteed Team of the Season SBC, and we just didn't. I mean, yeah, we got 2 guaranteed Team of the Season SBCs per week that were league specific. However, I feel like EA probably could have done a lot better with that promo if at the end they just released a guaranteed Team of the Season SBC that you could get any Team of the Season in. I feel like EA probably would have done very well with that. Now, I know that Team of the Season, like the Sunday and the Tuesday, were incredibly hype. They were probably the best days of the entire promo, but they you can't, you know, you can't make a promo based on 2 days of the week, in my opinion. And it kind of just killed it off when we had Sunday and Tuesday and then an entire week before we got anything else again, and it was just kind of annoying. And I think that's where possibly a guaranteed Team of the Season SBC, or maybe even just like an 81 or an 82 plus SBC, could have gone alongside those SBCs and made it a hell of a lot more fun. However, I think it was just a missed opportunity, really. I genuinely just think it was a missed opportunity. And then we get to the FOF, the Festival of Football. And why was there not a guaranteed Festival of Football SBC? Or even just a guaranteed Team of the Matchday SBC? Like, I mean, okay, that sounds so stupid of me, because there was. And I know there was. What I mean is, why wasn't there one during footies, during like the last week? I just want to quickly specify that, because I know my comments are going to kill me for that. I know there was. I know that we got random daily ones for like 24 hours, and I don't want to sound stupid because I know there was. What I mean is that, why didn't we get them in the last week of footies, and why were they only for like 24 hours? It just didn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Just release them for the whole time, in my opinion. But you know, that's just my opinion on the promos this year. I think that, truthfully, there was a lot of missed opportunity for the promos this year. I think that all in all, EA just missed a lot of opportunities. So I wanted to just address those and give my opinion on those. And I just think that there's a lot more that could have been done with promos, and there wasn't a lot done. I don't know who is in charge of the live content at EA, whether it's still Yasuo Koreshi, whether it's a new guy, I don't know. I just wanted to give my feedback on promos. Now, they have been pretty, like, there's been some really good promos this year. I think the Path to Glory was one of the better promos this year. I think Summer Wants to Watch was pretty decent as well. Team of the Year was pretty cool. I think especially the fact that they mixed it up this year, and like it was just cool like that. I know they mixed it up last year, but you know, we're talking about this year as well. Like, it still was kind of new to mix it up, like go for the attackers down to defenders. I thought that was pretty cool. And they did actually release some cool SBCs during Team of the Year. Like, they released the 81 plus and the 82 plus. I packed Team of the Year Ramos from those as well, which is pretty cool. So I think Team of the Year was a pretty good promo in general. I think Black Friday was a pretty good promo as well. So I'm excited for FIFA 19. I just hope that with promos, they do it a little bit better in the sense that they keep it going for longer. And they don't just have a 6-week promo that's got 1 week's worth of content in it, if that makes sense. I'm just hoping that, you know, there's a lot more longevity in the promos, or they're just shorter. They just last less time, but more content jammed into them. That'd be cool. That's just my opinion on promos. Let me know what you think about what I've said about promos down below. I want this to be a discussion more than anything, so any and all opinions you have, let me know down below. Now let's talk about events this year. Now, Huge Gorilla is, I personally consider him a friend. He's a good guy and he's a very intelligent bloke, and he made a very good post on events from a pro player's perspective. I highly recommend you guys check that out. I will link it down below for you guys to check it out. It's like a 4-page post, and it's a very good read, and it's a very good sort of opinion. I completely agree with what he's saying. He's talking about, you know, the prize money, he's talking about the hosting, he's talking about the structure of it, everything. Like, go check that out. So I'm not going to talk about it from a pro's perspective, because I'm not a pro, so I personally don't understand it on the level that maybe he does. I want to talk about it from a casual player's perspective, because that's me. I'm a casual player, and the first thing I want to say is just get rid of it. Get rid of the exclamation point rewards in chat. I think that kind of like makes it so, I don't want to say AIDS, because I know that people are like stopping saying that word. That's like kind of like not a FIFA word anymore, but like it was just so childish. Like, you look at the chats of like a CSGO event when they get like 1 million viewers, or maybe a Fortnite summer skirmish, and like they have some stuff in there that's childish, but they don't have exclamation point rewards as their main message. I think that EA should literally just tell people that's not how to win rewards, unless it is. And we don't know, because they haven't told us anything. Like, how many rewards are actually given out? How many? Do we know? I know they tell us that there's like one good player of this card and one good player of that card that gets given out. But how many are given out? Do we have to type in the chat to win? Do we have to type exclamation point rewards to win? Like, how does it work? Somebody, hey, please just tell us. Tell us how it works. Tell us if we have to type in the chat. Tell us how many rewards there are. Tell us what we have to do to get a reward. To please stop this exclamation point reward spam in the chat, please. Just, that's all I ask for, is that we don't have a chat flooded with exclamation point rewards, because I actually want to type in the chat sometimes, and I feel like there's good conversations to be had in the Twitch chat, but it goes so quickly because people think that they have to put exclamation point rewards to actually get like a hullet or something, and it's not the case. And I genuinely hope, because it looks like it looks so stupid. We just look like a laughing stock from like other communities looking in. It's just annoying. I think that EA could easily just tell us, and I don't understand why they're not. Like, I literally don't understand why they'd want that spam in the chat. It makes no sense to me at all. However, yeah, it's just my opinion on events, to be honest. I have no, like I don't want to sit here and talk about anything else, like the structure events or anything like that, because like I said, I think Gorilla's got a much better take on it than I have, so I just wanted to refer to that. But sort it out, just tell us what we need, please. Now, something that I have genuinely thought was one of the best ideas that EA could possibly have come up with, and think that it's probably one of the biggest flops that EA have ever come up with as well, is objectives. Now, I talk about that because I think that there's so much potential with objectives that just completely wasted, in my opinion. I think that there's so much they could have done, and they just haven't for a long time. Now, there's some great objectives that came late in the game, very late in the game. In fact, the last couple of months, maybe even just the last month, we got some good objectives. You know, we got a footies Manalas, we got like a few team of the season players as well, which is pretty cool. However, they should have been doing that from the start of the game. They should have been doing the weekend league access for objectives from the start of the game, maybe once a month for the people that can't qualify via DKT. They should have been doing some player objectives, or just something better than what they were doing. Why do we get rewarded 50 coins for buying a player or selling a player? Like the 50 coin objectives make zero sense to me, and I think that objectives really should be a lot better than what they have been this year. Now, a few people have managed to get like 100k packs, 125k packs from objectives. That's what it should be. It shouldn't be giving it guaranteed every time, but you should get a good chance of getting a 100k pack like once a month maybe. It should be something that allows you a chance to get something cool or to build onto your ultimate team. But the daily objectives are like 150 coins rewards for like buying a player for 1,000 coins, and then the weekly objectives, you have to buy like 10 players for 1,000 coins, and you get like 1,500 coins. It just makes no sense because they're just not helpful at all. Like, I think there's so much EA could do with objectives, and they just haven't done it, and it's kind of annoying. I think that from like a casual player's point of view, I stopped caring about objectives about 3 weeks into the game, and I think EA could really have us on the ropes and have us really caring about objectives if they did it right. They could do like SBC plays for objectives. They could do like what they did with Perlo, but they did that a bit late as well. Like, in my opinion, there's a lot of wasted like content and a lot of wasted potential there, and I think that EA could do a lot more with it. I think they will. I think that I'm saying this now because I think they will. And truly is someone that really, I don't hate FIFA 18, and I never hated FIFA 18. I don't think the gameplay is even that bad. I just think that there's a lot of flaws, and I think that if EA work on those, FIFA 19 will be the best game ever. Like, genuinely, I think it will be. And I'm truly optimistic for FIFA 19. However, I just want to get across my opinions so that if by any chance anyone from EA sees it, or just anyone that has any kind of influence with EA sees it and mentions one thing, they're like, oh, what about this? And it actually, like, someone actually hears that opinion, dude, that is that's what I care about. That's literally all I care about. Now, last but not least, let's talk about content. By the way, if you couldn't tell, I'm a little bit ill, so I apologize. But let's talk about content, and let's just talk about the content in between promos straight away, because there's none of it, so we can get really quickly done with that. I think that in between promos, there's been like little to no content. If there's been any content at all, it's been very minuscule. There's been a few different bits of content that I've really liked that have been in between promos, and that have been the World Cup mode, or not the World Cup mode, but the World Cup SBCs. You know, for example, the Rashford, the Vidal, the Ndidi, those SBCs were great. I think that the Cultural Exchange SBC was fantastic as well. I think that the advanced SBCs in general are fantastic, and if we could get more of those, that would be incredible, because they are really, really good. They give really good packs, and they're really easy to complete if you get them done quickly or you know the market. And I think that they add a lot to Ultimate Team. That's very exciting. I think that period where you get an advanced SBC is exciting for literally everyone, because both people with a lot of coins and people with not a lot of coins can complete them, and people can potentially get loads of coins back from it or get no coins back from it. It's really cool, and I do like them a lot. But in general, those are my favorite things in between promos, because there's been little to no content in between promos at all. And that is, I think, why people were saying the game is dead all the time. I think that's why. I think that people were like, oh, the game is dead in between promos, because there was just nothing to do. There was like, obviously there was foot champs, but if you didn't play foot champs, you didn't play squad battles, then there was no way of getting packs every week. There just wasn't, unless you want to buy packs or put players into the gold upgrade. There was no way of getting packs every week. So already people are bored with that. There was nothing to do with objectives at the time, because, you know, halfway in the game, there was literally nothing objectives-wise that was interesting at all. Like, the good objectives came late in the game, and there was just no content at all. There was nothing like we got promised at the start daily content, and there was just nothing. Like, there was a huge lack of content, a huge like wasted potential for content, in my opinion. I think that EA could have done a lot in between promos that would have kept this game buzzing, and it just didn't. And I think that honestly contributed a lot to possibly the downfall. I genuinely don't think that FIFA 18 had any kind of downfall. I think that it was a good game. I think that it had a good like lifespan. However, there were times where a lot of people stopped playing for a little while because of the lack of content, the lack of like stuff to do. I think that they could work on that for FIFA 19, and if they do, it'll be fantastic. On the topic of content, they recycled code way too much this year. Now, if you don't know what I mean, remember the Wants to Watch SBC where it was broken? Do you remember that happened in FIFA 17 as well? Because they literally recycled the exact same coding for it. They put the exact same coding for the Wants to Watch pack in FIFA 17 into FIFA 18. And if you remember, at the start of FIFA 17 Wants to Watch, I think it was the Winter Wants to Watch, the one that came out in January, the pack was broken. It actually gave you Summer Wants to Watch players. So if you did the Winter Wants to Watch, you got Summer Wants to Watch players. And guess what? Exactly the same happened this year. And they had to fix it in the exact same manner because they recycled the same code. That's just lazy, bro. You've got some serious people working for you. You get some serious money. Just get some damn people working on some new code, please. Just don't recycle anything. Just don't recycle anything this year, please. I beg, because that is going to be stupid. But that's just my opinion on everything. Let me know what you guys think about content, objectives, events, promos, anything I've talked about at all. I'd love to hear your opinion because I want this to be a discussion more than anything, not just a one-sided debate. Thank you for watching this video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. I'll be posting like all things FIFA that won't be going to the main channel. Will be going here, as well as maybe some other games, some vlog type stuff like this, some one-on-ones, that sort of stuff. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you lads later.